Hello friends, we're the Bells. We are no longer in Disney, but we are headed home from Disney today. We decided to make a little video for you guys. This is going to be a two-part video, I think. I want to do a little road trip Q&A here while we're on the road. And I also want to include a little bit of a haul at the end of this video of all the things that we acquired on this trip. I'm also going to show you all of our pins too that we got and traded for this trip. So we just spent 6 nights in Walt Disney World. We did 3 in the boardwalk and 3 in Copper Creek. It is a 12-hour drive approximately for us to get home. We do take a different route on our way home from Florida than we do on our way down to Florida. We basically just try to avoid Chattanooga and Atlanta. There's really no good way for us to avoid Nashville because we live so close to it, but our GPS typically makes us go around Nashville anyway, so it's usually not too bad. We're on Interstate 10 West currently, headed towards Tallahassee, Florida, so we're still in Florida, but this road is actually kind of quiet and been nice so far. If this is your first time seeing one of our videos, my name is Lacey, this is Devin, and then we also have an 11-year-old in the back seat somewhere. There she is. That's Ava. So we do travel down to Disney World 2 or 3 times a year. We are annual pass holders and we are DVC members. So I kind of just wanted to quickly talk about us. I feel like a lot of people are probably wondering, what do we do for a living? And Devin and I both work full-time for a university. We are employed by the same employer. We work in different departments. We have different bosses. We have different jobs. We don't really see each other that much during the day. And we sometimes work with the same people, but we don't necessarily work with each other that often. Devin works largely with websites and a little bit of I don't know, would you say IT related stuff, or is that not your job?
I manage computer nerds.
Okay, yes. And I work in marketing and communications. So would you say that you love your job? You like your job?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I love my job. I think it's very fulfilling to work with students and help them in their goals and pursuing higher education. So what are our hobbies? Devin, take it away. What are some of your hobbies outside of work and Disney?
Weightlifting, so specifically Olympic weightlifting, snatch, clean and jerk. Haven't competed in that in a while, but I used to, and now I'm on the old man circuit where I compete with other old people in in weightlifting, and then a lot of my weekends I spend just fishing.
Yeah, so for me, I am a reader. I read approximately 60 books every year, so that averages about 5 books a month. I try to keep up with new releases, and I also have somewhat of a backlist. I could talk about books all day, but yeah, that's what we do. Ava back there, she's an archer. She does archery. She has competed in both state and national competitions, and she's only in the 5th grade, so we're pretty proud of her. Very excited to see how she does in archery as she gets older. All right, we can get into Disney a little bit now. One of my favorite parts about Disney is the resorts, and it's very important for us that we stay on property. And like I said, we are DVC members, so I kind of wanted to talk about DVC just a little bit. I won't harp on it too much because I know there's a lot of people who just are not interested in it, but where is our DVC contract?
Animal Kingdom Lodge.
We have 170 points. We use every single one of those points every year. Sometimes we have to borrow from the future year in order to make it work, and we need more points, and that will happen in the future. And when it does, we will vlog the whole experience for you. I really want for that to be a video. We love owning an Animal Kingdom Lodge. I guess my question though is, do we like DVC? Is it worth the money? And the absolute answer is yes. We get our money's worth on that. I have made videos in the past about how much we've spent on DVC versus how much we would have spent if we had just rented those points or paid cash. I haven't made one of those in a while because I just don't know how many people are interested in them, but let me know if you are interested. I could definitely do an updated video. What is your favorite resort though in every tier? I should say, even though we have DVC points, we do sometimes spend cash on cash stays, and when we do, we tend to do value resorts. So we either want to use our DVC points or spend as little money as possible. Do you have a favorite value?
They're all pretty comparable to me. I do like Pop Century just for access to the Skyliner, but sometimes the All-Stars are just so cheap. Sometimes you can get a value resort at the All-Stars for 120 bucks a night after our annual pass discount. So it's hard to even find a hotel anywhere for that price, so that makes it very attractive. So we like to stay there a lot. I mean, the rooms are basically identical.
Right.
It's just at All-Star you don't get access to the Skyliner, but we find the buses are just as fast, if not sometimes faster than the Skyliner, just depending on where you're going and how many people are trying to board a Skyliner at that time.
Yeah, the Skyliner station at Pop Century is also shared with Art of Animation, which is also a large resort, and sometimes the Skyliner can close for weather or wind. So, you know, there are drawbacks to that, and you definitely pay for the Skyliner access. It's, I think, considerable amount more per night than an all-star resort usually. All that being said, usually when we're paying cash for a room, a value room, we are just happy to be there. We don't really care where it is or anything like that. So Pop Century might be slightly above an all-star resort just for like some of the theming that they have, maybe, and the Skyliner. What about moderate? Here's the thing about moderates with us. We don't stay in them. We never really have stayed in one unless you count Fort Wilderness, which I think is technically a moderate resort. But we have only ever stayed in the DVC cabins, which we absolutely love. What is our top moderate resort that we would like to stay in?
I think we are going to try Port Orleans, Riverside soon.
Yeah, so our friends are talking about coming in the spring, and we might like invite ourselves to tag along with them. So we might do a Port Orleans stay in the spring. We'll see. Stay tuned for that.
The only thing with moderates is like with DVC points or like renting rooms is it's like not that much more to rent DVC than it is to just go stay at like Caribbean Beach or something, and you just get so much more for your money for not that much more expenditure.
Right. There have been good deals on DVC in the past, but we've actually spent less than you would on a moderate. So, and then what is our favorite? This is going to be the hard one for us. Our favorite deluxe resort. Ava back there says Polynesian. We have stayed in the Polynesian. It was pretty epic of a trip, I'm not going to lie.
I think we were spoiled though, because that was still the time where you could get like pretty good rates to rent DVC, and we got a lake view for a very affordable cost, and I think that's kind of tainted our expectations of the Polynesian, but we do always find ourselves at the Polynesian.
We visit the Polynesian a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of our more vacation vibe, because we're starting to become a family that's not running to the parks at all times and doing rope drop to close. Like, we like doing a lot more stuff like around the resorts and doing other things than just like riding rides all the time.
We do love Animal Kingdom Lodge as well. It is our home resort, and I feel sometimes like I'm cheating on Animal Kingdom Lodge when we're not there. So I do love it. It's definitely our Christmas resort.
Yeah, that's my favorite Christmas resort. If it's Christmas, I want to be at Animal Kingdom Lodge for sure.
All right, here's a question for you. Thoughts on other Disney theme parks or Universal? Why do we never do them? Will we ever do Universal?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting on Ava to get just a little bit older and taller, because a lot of their rides are very thrilling and have taller height requirements and stuff like that. She's probably getting pretty close, I would say, to most of what they can do. I probably definitely can't do very much in Universal, which is fine.
Yeah, probably one of the main reasons.
We do love Harry Potter in this family. I would love to see Epic Universe eventually. I think Ava will love Super Nintendo Land, or whatever it's called, Super Nintendo World. I also think I could really love the Isle of Berk, which is the How to Train Your Dragon themed land. So there are things that are exciting about Universal to us. We just haven't prioritized that yet.
But it seems more like a thrill park than a family park, and so Lacey gets sick on roller coasters, and then I get motion sickness with screens, and all the rides at Universal are mostly roller coasters or 3D screen rides. So it's like the whirlwind of not great options for us.
Yeah. So yes, we would like to do it sometime. It's just not something we're going to do every time or anything like that. We did do it once in 2020. Ava was only 5. I don't even think we really did very much in the way of rides and stuff. But yes, we will do it again. But as far as like other Disney theme parks, we definitely, it's not a theme park, but we are definitely going to Hawaii in 2027. That's happening. We're going to Aulani. I am interested in tagging on a couple of Disneyland days to that trip. I just don't know if we will, because it will obviously increase the price of the trip quite a bit. I just think it would make the time zone change so much easier coming home if we stopped in the middle and had a couple days in Disneyland. We'll see though. We definitely want to do, I would say our highest priority Disney park besides Florida is, you want to say it with me? Tokyo Disneyland. And that's something that I always envision doing maybe when Ava's like 15-ish. So we have 4 5 years maybe before we do that. I really don't see myself going to China parks if I'm being honest, but I could be interested in Disneyland Paris. I think that could be fun. What future trips do we have planned? As far as what we actually have booked, we always do Christmas week in Florida. You can count on that every year. So Christmas week in Florida, we'll be at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Then we're taking my parents to Animal Kingdom in May, I guess.
Yes.
And we're getting a 2-bedroom so we can all be together.
Yes.
And I think we're only going to do like a couple park days because I just don't want to push them that hard.
Yeah, Devin's parents are more like the relaxed vibe, so we probably will spend a lot of time in resorts and other stuff around property, but not so much parks.
And we can do like other things like experiences, like the fishing tours,
Yes.
only like 2 hours long, and it's like great, and I loved it, and it's not really crazy expensive for 5 people or whatever.
Right.
And then like you have the rest of the day to do whatever you want. So.
And then there is, like I mentioned earlier, there are talks of us going in the spring. So our best friends basically are going in. Well, I don't think they've booked it either officially. There's just a lot of talk. But March is what we're thinking. And it would be Port Orleans, and it would be a relatively quick trip. So stay tuned. If we book that, you'll see it here, obviously. I have kind of a fun one for us that I want to talk about. We never talk about this in videos, but it's something we kind of feel passionately about. And that is the resort refillable mugs. We never get them. We do not get the resort refillable mugs. Take it away. Why do we not get the resort refillable mugs?
I think they're kind of a pain in the butt to use. Just depending on what resort you are in, you could be like very far away from the lobby.
Yes.
So like a 10-15 minute walk. So just like whenever you want to use it, you'd have to walk all the way to the lobby, get your drink, and walk all the way back. And then like they're not usable outside of the resorts, so you can't use them in the parks, which is where you're going to spend the most of your time. We drive so we can go to like Publix
Right,
or whatever,
exactly.
but like Publix will deliver to your resort, or Walmart or Amazon or whatever service you use. $20 buys a lot of soda. Not as much as it used to, but you're talking like $20 is like, at worst is 2 12-packs of soda. So like we just like having the sodas in the room. If you're going to drink soda, have it in the room, and then you can put it in when you're staying in a DVC, your real fridge that has the can holders on the side. So you always just have like fresh cold soda, and you don't have to walk all the way down to wherever the quick service
it's usually
is,
in the quick serve. And
or like the pool or something to get it,
And I'll just mention Boardwalk because we stayed there this weekend. A lot of people complain about that one specifically because it's in that deli. That's the only one for Boardwalk, so it's quite a trek. Yeah, and also, I'll say it, the plastic. I wish Disney would almost discount you for bringing back old ones and reactivating them.
It's so hard to know if they'll even reactivate it, because I even see people go and they're like, yeah, it's no problem, and they'll just put a new sticker on the bottom to reactivate it. And then I've heard people say that cast members will tell them absolutely not, and they'll have to buy a new one.
Right, it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
But like those things are always, those refillable mugs are always like in the Goodwills and stuff, and I just hate how much plastic is just like sitting around. So yeah, that's my
If
spiel.
they were more easily recharged or whatever, and then if they put the drink machines where all the vending machines are, like in the
More
hotels,
of them, yeah.
just more of them around the resorts, then it might make more sense to us.
Right.
But we should probably say that we're not the biggest soda drinking family to begin with.
You can get coffee with it, but you can also get that in your room.
Yeah,
right?
but the thing with the coffee is once you put coffee in those plastic mugs, it tastes like coffee forever. Like
Yeah.
you can't mix and match. So the coffee you get from the
Quick
lobby,
service?
the quick service is basically the same as the coffee that's in the room. So you're just adding another step to get the exact same coffee. So I don't really
okay.
see the reason.
At home, we don't drink a ton of soda. We are tempted by the soda when we're in Disney World, don't get me wrong. But we're pretty good about drinking water for the most part at home, and we don't even take water bottles with us into our resort because, again, we just don't like that one-time use plastic. So we actually, I don't think I even showed it in our packing video this time because I've completely forgot. But we take a water pitcher with us. So I just happen to have this in the car right next to me. But we actually take this Brita filter water pitcher with us into our resort and fill it up with water and put it in the refrigerator, and it works great, and it gets that Florida taste out of the water. We fill up our Yeti bottles in the mornings before we leave for the parks, and it's great. So yeah, we're not one for the water bottles or the resort refillable mugs. All right, so since we are on a road trip today, let's briefly talk about travel day tips, road trip tips, because we are road trip people. We don't fly because of the cost, and it would probably cut our travel day in half, but for us, that's just not worth the cost. We like being able to pack however we want and have our car with us in Florida just in case we want to go off property or anything like that. So
we also take a full-size, oh, well, not full-size, but we take a 7-foot Christmas tree to Disney World every December. So
right, yeah, when we come for Christmas, we're here Christmas week, so Santa obviously needs somewhere to put the Christmas presents.
That's a 7-foot pencil tree.
Yes, that's the only solution.
With ornaments.
So, how do we break up our road trip? What are our favorite stops along the way? I'll just tell you, we stop as few times as possible. We stop to get gas, and we use the restroom during those stops. If we need a snack or a drink, we grab it while we're stopped. So
yeah, all in one place. You know, if you get gas at a gas station and then go to a restaurant to try to like do the drive-through, right, it's just going to take you so much longer.
Yeah, and obviously the favorite stop along the way is Buc-ee's. There is one on our way down to Florida that is very conveniently located for us to where we would just about be needing, you know, the gas refill to use the potty and to grab a snack. So that one we always stop at, but our tip is just to stop stopping. Stop stopping. Just drive and go as long as you can. I think people think that their kids are going to be the weak link, but our daughter is very experienced with being bored. She is prone to car sickness, so she doesn't look at screens or anything like that in the car. She has her little iPod that she uses for music, and she has a book that she reads when we're on a straight highway, not when we're in the mountains of Tennessee. She does have a little modified Game Boy she uses, but you know, it's not like a big iPad screen or anything like that. We don't even own an iPad in this family. This may strike a chord with some people, but I think that people like to blame the fact that they don't want to be in the car on their children, but it's really not bad. Like, we are so accustomed to it now, it's really not bad. And we don't even like listen to music or audiobooks or even talk that much in the car. It's quiet a lot of the time, and we just know it's going to be a long trip.
I think a lot of the mistake is making single-use stops. Like, so you have to pee, so you stop to go pee and then you get back on the road. But you should have, even if you're barely hungry, gotten something to eat and filled up the gas tank. Like, even if it's only been like 50 miles or whatever, just stop at a gas station and get gas in the car, and that way you don't have to stop again, or you make use of that stop, because pulling off and then stopping and then getting back on the road is what takes up the most amount of time, you know. And
we do have a small bag of snacks in the car, so if we just need a quick little something to hold you over until you can get a real meal, we have that in the car. What do we do on arrival day? I will tell you, when we are arriving in Disney World, I do not like to have plans of any kind. I don't want a reservation. One time we had a reservation for the Candlelight Processional. I did not like that because it just made it feel like we had to be somewhere at a certain time. We couldn't just relax as soon as we got in our hotel room. I just didn't like that. So I do sometimes make a park reservation on our arrival day, because we have to do that because we're annual pass holders. You know, we don't always necessarily make it into a park on arrival day. If we do, great. If not, that's fine too. Let's talk about this trip specifically. What were some highlights, some lowlights maybe? I'll go first. Highlight of my trip, the New Found Glory concert. I would say Devin probably is too, somewhat of a pop punk fan. Absolutely love bands like New Found Glory, Jimmy Eat World, Blink-182, Simple Plan, all of those bands, Yellow Card. And when we found out New Found Glory was going to be playing in Epcot during our trip, we knew we had to go to it. So I had so much fun. They played 2 Disney songs. I think they played 1 or 2 of their new songs, and then a lot of throwbacks. So it was really good. What's a highlight for you?
I really like staying at the 2 new hotels to us, so Boardwalk and Wilderness Lodge. I think we really ended up liking the room at Wilderness Lodge and the accommodations too.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful resort. I loved it, and I loved the aesthetic of the room itself and the layout.
The room at Wilderness Lodge was just so functional too. There was just like so much storage. We had nightstands next to each bed, so like you could put your clothes in there, and then the girls had some space in the nightstand and dresser. And then there was like a bench that you could put your shoes in that so that they're just out of the floor. So it was like, there wasn't just crap everywhere on like every surface, like how it is usually in our rooms.
We try to keep it neat, but it's hard sometimes.
Even the pull out for the kitchen where we could put all our food up, so that's not on the thing. So it just kind of felt like more put together instead of being just chaos. So I know Animal Kingdom's getting ready to have a hard goods refresh, so I kind of hope they take inspiration from that. Like, it almost felt like how, like, if you ever watched YouTube videos on like tiny houses, on how like unique storage ideas, like it almost felt like that more than just like a typical hotel room.
Yeah. Ava, did you have a highlight, like a favorite part of the trip?
So my highlight was probably the Halloween party. We got a ton of candy. So if you want a ton of candy and you're going for the Halloween party, go towards the like very end of the night. They give you buttloads of candy. Also bring a lot of bags if you want a lot of candy. They also give you bags there too. So we had those bags and they filled them to the brim, and you're like, you got any more bags to fill up? And I'm like, yeah, I got this big one. So they filled that, and they filled that one to the very brim too.
All right, a low light of the trip.
I thought the room in Boardwalk was a little janky, TBH.
The room, I thought the resort itself was kind of janky. The room was okay.
Floor was like super weird, like it like
there was like a weird hump like right in front of the balcony door.
Window, it kind of went up like a skateboard ramp, but it was like covered in, you know, the cheap plastic vinyl, which was that gray vinyl, which drives me absolutely insane. But the gray plastic vinyl like kind of covered that it was a hump. You'd step off of it and it felt like you were like falling into a hole. So, and it was very difficult to get anywhere from your room in the Boardwalk. Like, to get out to the Boardwalk, you had to like go back to the lobby and then go back out. Like, it was not the easiest.
That's the problem with the new to us resorts. It seems like there's a little bit of a learning curve with them usually, of like finding your way around, and by the time we figure it out, we're checking out. So we have Animal Kingdom Lodge down pretty good, and we did get a handle on Wilderness Lodge, I feel like. But yeah, Boardwalk I felt like we were always going the wrong way. For me, it's really like an outside factor and has nothing to do with the trip itself. And that's just that, like, I wasn't feeling the best this trip, and I was having what I think may be migraines. I don't have a lot of experience with migraines almost every day because of an external factor, and I don't know, it just really affected me more than I thought it would. I felt like I was bringing everybody down a little bit, even at the Halloween party. I don't know. I feel like my experience at the Halloween party was tainted by not feeling very good, so it makes me want to do it again. Oh, I will say, it was exceptionally busy this time too. I did not expect that. Usually in party season, you can kind of strategize which days you go to which parks to get the best crowds, but it seemed like it was just busy in every park every day. So
Magic Kingdom was still lower than the other parks during the party days, but it wasn't like we've experienced in the past where it's just like dead.
Yeah,
you know?
And I knew of multiple families that were here the same time as us, and so did Devin, and Ava knew some of her friends that were here the same time as us. There was a lot of people in Florida this week, for sure. All that being said, it was still a wonderful, magical trip, and I can't wait to come back, but yeah.
Okay, so my bad part of the trip was that there was no bad part of the trip for me.
Ava made sure that I gave her the mic so that she could talk about her low light, and then the low light was that you didn't have one? That is good, Ava. Thank you for saying that.
The trip is really good. I loved it a lot. We have definitely had better trips, for sure. It kind of felt like we were in and out of parks a lot. We didn't spend enough time in the parks, but other than that,
they were crowded.
No bad parts. Low lights, or whatever Mom decides to call them.
All right, so I think that's gonna wrap it up for the Q&A portion of this video. By the way, nobody asked us these questions. I just came up with a few and thought it would be fun to chat with you all on our way home. After we get home, we will do a little haul, and I will also show you all the pins that we either purchased or traded for while we were on a trip. And we had a great pin trading experience this time, so stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Okay, we are home now. We are going to get into the haul portion of this video. I just want to start by saying Ava had a birthday right before this trip. Devin and I kind of agreed with Ava that we would not give her birthday gifts on her birthday, that she would actually choose 3 gifts in the parks. So she did that, but she also had a gift card from both of her grandmothers. That was a pretty sizable gift card. So all of this stuff that she hauled was purchased with gift cards that she got and the 3 things that we allowed her to have for her birthday. After I show you all of the haul stuff, I'm actually going to get into the pins that we traded and ended up coming home with. But before we get into all that, I do want to to show these DVC magnets. So we did stop by a DVC booth in order to pin trade, and the very nice cast member at that booth asked us if we had received these magnets yet. We said no, we are resale members, so we're not usually privy to stuff like this, but he gave them to us. So it is this design with Dumbo. Actually, it's Pluto and Mickey riding in a Dumbo cart, which is awesome, and these will most likely go on our refrigerator. Every time we stay in a new resort, we get pins, but we also get ornaments. So this time we stayed in 2 different resorts and they were both new to us. So we had to get pins and ornaments for both. So we stayed in Boardwalk first. So we ended up snagging this really cute ornament of the Boardwalk building. And if you flip it around to the back, you will see Mickey and Minnie. And on the bottom, it does say Boardwalk on there. Love this one. And then the other resort we stayed in was Wilderness Lodge. We stayed in the Copper Creek cabins. So we picked up this ornament, which is the totem pole of Mickey and the gang. And you do see this art quite a bit in Wilderness Lodge, so it is very Wilderness Lodge coded. Love this one. Okay, next we ended up getting the Stitch popcorn bucket. It's so cute. I'm probably going to wash him out because we did get popcorn in him and use this for Halloween decorations essentially. So he is so cute. I love it. This was actually quite a popular item. Saw this everywhere, and it not only glows in the dark, but it also lights up. So the pumpkin head does light up down here, and it's so cute. I love it. Also just wanted to show this really cute little mini plush. We just got this very basic cute mini plush for our next door neighbors who just had a baby girl, and they watched our cats for us while we were on vacation. So this is their little gift for doing that. Next, this is how Ava decided to spend her gift cards and the 3 gifts that she was allotted from us. So she got this I Love You So Mochi shirt with a kitty cat sitting on some mochi, I guess. This she got from the China Pavilion in Epcot. She also got this Stitch Spirit jersey. So it is so cute. It's just blue and has Stitch all over it, of course. And it does say Walt Disney World across the back, like all the Spirit jerseys do. And on the front left chest, it has the Disney logo with Stitch coming out. So both of these shirts are way too big for Ava. She is 11 and she is a small 11-year-old at that, but we went with the smallest adult size, which is what these came in, and at least she can wear them for a few years before she grows out of them. Ava also got this bracelet with a little snow leopard charm on it. This is one of those bracelets that comes with an animal code that you can track. So I have downloaded the app on my phone and we watch our little snow leopard move around the mountains of Nepal, which is fun. I love these. She actually decided to go with the Pandora ears. Aren't they so beautiful? These are the new ones. So they do have the Navi like avatar look to them, but they also are beaded and floral. I'm obsessed. I think they look so good. Another shirt that Ava got was this Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party shirt. So this was a party exclusive. I love the like acid wash look of it. And then on the back, it has a grave digger and says Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And it does say Magic Kingdom 2025 towards the bottom. So I absolutely love this. I think it was a good choice. She wore it the next day and it was so cute on her. This was something that she had been talking about. She had seen it in videos prior to our trip and knew she wanted to get it. So it's a Maleficent plush. We do have a villain-loving girl in this household, so she's very excited about Villain's Land. She thought that Maleficent looked so cool, and so this is one of the things she grabbed. Ava also got a Belle doll, which is kind of a random thing for her, but she saw it and thought it was so beautiful, and she couldn't resist spending one of her gifts on it, so she did keep the box because it has like a little bit of a display in it. So here is Belle herself. So she comes with her traditional yellow dress as well as the white with the blue, and she came with like a sheep and a book, and Ava couldn't resist. She loved it. I think this is the last thing that she got. It is the Wally and Eve Brickheads Lego set. She got this in the Lego store in Disney Springs, and I do believe there's a small AP discount with this, so it wasn't too bad at all, but she is definitely entering a Wally era. So there's that. On Devin's perfect day, we went over to the Polynesian and grabbed some drinks from the Tiki Terrace, where you can can get the same drinks that you can get inside Trader Sam's, but there's no wait or anything like that. So he ended up getting Zombie Dust. Again, he has had this drink before, and we do have a different version of this mug. This is the 5th edition, and it's this really cool green color. And it's so cool. It is very Halloween-y, so we might have to display this one during the Halloween season. But yeah, absolutely love it. Okay, next I'm going to get into our pins. So we did buy 4 open edition pins. 2 of them are from the resorts that we stayed in. Like I said, we always get a new pin every time we stay in a new resort. So the first resort we stayed in was the Boardwalk. So it's so cute. I love the Boardwalk logo, and there's Mickey and Minnie walking around with some little ice creams. It's so cute. I love it. And the second one is the Wilderness Lodge. So we have Mickey and Minnie sitting in front of a fireplace with the Wilderness Lodge logo above it. Next, we decided to get a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party pin. So there's Stitch passed out after eating all his candy from the Halloween party. Relatable. That one does have the year on it, which is nice for us because it's not a party that we'll do very often. We don't even go to Florida every October or anything like that. And then the last open edition pin we got was the Christmas one. So I absolutely was obsessed with this. I saw that on the rack and knew that there was no way we were going to be leaving without it, but it's a representation of all 4 parks. It says Walt Disney World at the bottom. We do go to Disney World every Christmas. Couldn't live without it, basically. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the pins that we ended up coming home with that we traded for. I'm going to show you Ava's first. She does have some copycat pins on her board. I'm just going to show you the entire pin folio because these are all copycats, I believe. So these are some of the ones that she picked up while we were there. We also have this side, which is all authentic except for this carousel. I'm pretty sure is a copycat, but the Pluto bubble wand, that is a Wave B pin. This is from A Nightmare Before Christmas mystery set. This Tiana macaron is one that we purchased for her with the intention of her to trade them. We told her to buy some pins that she didn't love so that she could trade them, but she has a tendency to want to keep them all. So she might want to keep that one. And then she also found this Miss Piggy Fierce and Fabulous. I believe this one came from a pin board in Mexico. And then she also has an entire bag of pins here that she wants to keep. So some of the ones that she found she wants to keep are the Angel Duck. She found this on a pin board. She also found this Munchling, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. She found a couple more of these Stitch postcards, which we love. Here is another one. It has Stitch and Lilo with a record. So cute. Here is another Munchling that she found. Looks like it's Minnie Mouse, some kind of breakfast sandwich. Here is a new hidden Disney pin with Thumper. Love the D's. Another Munchling. Here's Piglet. So cute. Here is Pumbaa. So we did open a couple of bags of the Pixie plushes and decided to keep the Pumbaa. We also found a Hatbox Ghost. So cool. Love this one. We also pulled a Scrump from the Pixie plush bag. This is a really cool one. Ava decided to trade for this one. We found a cast member with a lot of really awesome pins on her lanyard. This is an Animal Kingdom pin from the year 2000. So it is definitely in rough shape just because of how old it is, but so awesome. Love it. Here's another Pixie plush Ava wanted to keep. It is the cat from Baymax, or Big Hero 6 rather. Here's another Munchling, another Huey and Dewey Munchling, but different from the other one. Here's one that Ava decided to keep. It's Chicken Little. This is a Pixie plush as well. She also found this Munchling, which is Chip as some kind of macaron or something like that. And here is a Stitch coffee mug. I got the coffee mugs one more time in an attempt to find Robin Hood. I didn't catch Robin Hood, but we did get the Stitch. This was a pretty cool find. It's actually Mickey, and it's a 25th anniversary pin trading pin. So look how fun that is. I actually don't remember seeing this one. I'm guessing it's some kind of open edition. So cool. Ava also got this really cute little Chernabog. That's kind of a recent hidden Mickey, I believe. There are a couple of copycat pins Ava has decided to keep for now. One of them is this Bing Bong pin. So she does have a few inside out pins that she wants to put this one with. She also found this little Chip. She is trying to collect some Chip and Dale pins, I believe. I actually really love this one. I'm tempted to keep it also, even though I'm pretty sure it's a copycat, but that is Bailey from Finding Dory. He's the whale that goes, ooh. cute. Love it. And then we have a couple more, what I believe are copycat pins. This one with a cat, and then this one with a chicken. They don't even have the same finish on them, and it's hard to show them together. But we have some friends who have chickens and love chickens, so I think that's why Ava picked that one up. Those were Ava's pins. Next, I'm going to show you Devin's. So we did go to a guest services kiosk early one morning in Magic Kingdom and found a loaded board. So this was one Devin grabbed off that board. It's a Skyliner gondola. You are in a Skyliner gondola and you can see other gondolas behind you. Mickey and Minnie are in one. Isn't that so cute? This is a huge pin too. And then we also found this Captain Hook with Mr. Smee and the gang. So this is from Peter Pan, of course, a very nice pin as well. I'm not sure if this is a copycat or not, but it's a really good looking pin. So it's a droid. Devin does kind of collect the droids a little bit, so there's that. He also has this, is this Scrooge McDuck or something like that, or just the uncle? Yeah, anyways, it's one of the new ear hats. This is a really cool Adventures by Disney pin, and it's from Costa Rica. He also came out with a few of the Donalds from the Wave Bees. So we have this St. Patrick's Day Donald here. We have a Halloween Donald here. So cute. We also have a Valentine's Donald here. So I don't know if Devin will keep all of these. I'm hoping we can at least keep the Halloween one, but he may take them back to Disney to trade with later. He also came out with a Sadness. I believe this is from Wave A, is when they did the blue ones. We also have a, I think this is Tramp from Lady of the Tramp. Is that just his name? I could not tell you the last time I saw that movie. I was probably 4 years old, but yeah, it's one of the new Ds. And then he also got a couple of these 25 years of pin trading pins. So we have Cheshire Cat. I think I'm going to trade him for this one because I do collect the cats. I thought we had this one, but I don't see it up here in my cat collection. So I might have to grab that one from Devin. But we also have a Simba one as well. So those were Devin's pins. Next, I'm going to show you mine. So in one of the Pixie plush bags, we did grab the Pascal. So I'll definitely be keeping that one, trying to start a little bit of a Rapunzel collection. We also have another of this Baymax cat or Big Hero 6 cat. So this will go in my cat collection. And then Ava has her own of this one. Next is another of the Simba 25 years of pin trading. This one will definitely go in the cat collection. Next, I found a Dapper Dan Mickey. I was obsessed. I couldn't resist. So cute. People buy this set because it's one of the better deals, but every time I would find it on a pin board, I couldn't help myself. I grabbed it. I only found two, I think. Here's the other one. It is Pluto. So cute. I think I'm going to keep both of those actually. Here's a 2025 Cheshire Cat that I decided to keep for the cat collection. Here's another cat that I found. It's a Munchling. I am going to assume this is one of the Aristocat cats and that she's some kind of burger. Yeah, it's really hard to know sometimes who these characters are or like what they're representing, but they are so cute. I love them. I don't know all of the little cats' names. Marie Toulouse, and then there's a third one whose name I can't remember, so I'm assuming it's one of those. I also found this Rey that I decided to keep for a Star Wars collection I have. I like Rey. She's not like my favorite Star Wars character, but you know, you got to represent for the women of the galaxy. I also have some of these castles, which I don't love, but I have this like geometric pop art one. And then I also found this one, which is a little bit on the pop art side too, but it's Mickey heads. So I might keep these ones on the lanyard for trading, but I do like them. They're good pins. And then lastly, I just have some archers. I bought the Magical Marksman set a few times in order to try and find the Robin Hood. I didn't end up finding the Robin Hood, but I did love most of the pins that I pulled, and I'm gonna keep these four. So we have Mickey. That one's so cute. I'm guessing this one's from maybe the Three Musketeers. I can't remember. And then we also have a Merida, which I love. That one is so beautiful. Obviously an archer. Here's Hercules. Probably going to keep this one as well. I think it's so cute. And then the last archer that I'm keeping is Mulan. While I didn't find the one I was actually looking for, I did like most of the ones I pulled. There was one box I did trade. All right, so that was our pin haul, our haul, and our Q&A for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this special little bonus video after our trip. We do have another trip coming up very soon in December, so it's possible we'll post a home vlog here and there between now and then, but we will see you soon either way. Bye guys.